Mr. Isaac, you're welcome this morning.
Good morning.
Barrister Isaac Nwokolo Esquire, you're welcome.
Good morning. Humbled.
Thank you for coming.
Program.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. PD, I wanted to see his face. All right, that is Barrister Isaac Nwokolo. Is my friend, my brother from long way. So I've been looking forward to bring him on set, and I'm happy he's on set this morning.
Really
all right, you're welcome once more. You know, we are talking about desperation. You know, if you look at the environment these days, if you look at the society in general, our society now, you find out that people are so desperate. You find out that youth don't want to work anymore. You find out that drivers in our commuters, they drive recklessly. They don't obey the traffic laws. A lot of people are so desperate to achieve goals. You know, there are some goals that you set. It will take you a lot of time to achieve them. But they don't want to take the process. They just want to achieve it at the shortest possible time. And you know, I explained to our viewers that being desperate is willing to do anything at all costs to change whatever situation. So, Barrister Isaac, why are people so desperate to achieve anything at all costs?
Wow, thanks. The first thing is let's try and break this thing down.
All right.
Being desperate, therefore, is not bad. Being desperate is not bad. Being desperate is more like being obsessed about something.
Okay.
Being obsessive about something. That is being desperate. So there's really no, the word desperation is, I know I checked yesterday and checked everywhere, I had conversation with people, and I came to see that being desperate is not bad. In fact, to become something in life, if you really want something in life, you need to be desperate.
That's true. I agree with you on that.
You really need to be desperate. Check the likes of Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook guy, and even check, for instance, a student that already have like 5 caliber in school, and you just have one course. Probably if you fail one course, you probate or you leave that section.
Yeah.
There's no way you would not tell me that person will not read 5 straight nights without sleeping. That person is desperate for a reason. But the issue with desperation is being desperate and wanting to pass shortcuts.
All right. Okay.
That's
breaking the rules.
Breaking the rules, trying to jump the process, not following the process. That is the issue with being desperate. It's like you going to the extreme for something.
For something, okay.
Yes. And going to the extreme for the wrong reason. That is the issue with being desperate.
Okay. Okay. To my question.
Yes. Okay.
That one is clear. Being desperate is not bad, but being too desperate. Let me use that. Too desperate is what is bad. When you're too desperate, you are bound to cut corners. You don't care what you do to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Yes. Now the question I asked actually was, why are people so desperate? Okay. Why are they over desperate?
Okay, good. Thank you. So the question is, why are people so desperate?
So desperate.
Now the problem, the thing here is the reason why people are so desperate because the society has defined what success. The world has given another definition of what success is.
All right.
Not the right definition.
Okay.
So you see young boys today being want to show off. You get it?
Yeah.
I think lately we hear so many devices, so many things happening lately that young guys are doing, boys of 16, 18 years, 17 years, and you be like, what is this? So the best way to define success is to go to a wedding and spray money. That's what people define success as now. So people are desperate because they want to compete with other persons.
Want to compete. Competition.
They just want to compete. They just want to prove to their people that they have arrived.
Yeah. They
want to prove to their church member, their classmates, that they have arrived. So it's competition. I go for some weddings of even my classmates. I go for some weddings and you see that even when you invite some person, they don't come. They don't come because they feel that when they go to the party or when they go to the weddings, they feel intimidated.
Yeah.
You get, because the society has defined success in the wrong way to Nigerians or to young ones.
To young ones, yeah.
You get, so the first thing is competition. People just have this unnecessary competition with themselves.
All right. Yes. All right. Competition, you said.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry to cut you short there because we are trying to beat the time.
Yes.
Okay. from your point of view, I what I got there when you said people don't go to weddings anymore when they're invited because they feel that when they get there, they may not have a lot of money to spray.
Yes.
When they get there, people want to intimidate them with the little they have, spray bundles and all that. So competition is one of the reasons why people, are so desperate. Okay, the next question, just to save time.
Yes,
what are the signs shown or exhibited by over desperate people? How do you know them? What signs? Is it written on their foreheads? Like, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. How do you know people that are so desperate? Like, you just see them and say, this one is desperate, this one is over desperate. How do you know them?
Thank you. They are extremely focused.
Extremely focused.
Yes. When I started earlier, I said that being desperate is a two-way thing.
Yes.
It's either positive or negative. They're extremely focused. Check their lifetime. Look at what they do. They're extremely focused. And another way you can know them is that they can do anything just to get it.
Anything at all.
Anything. They can go to any extent. They can go to any level. That's what they call extremists. And being an extremist is wrong. Excessively doing what is wrong. Like your mind is set for it that this is what I want to do.
You don't care what happened.
You don't care what happened. You don't care. You see some persons with their actions today. They will tell you that I don't care.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's one of the major signs.
One of the major signs. They are extremists.
Extremists. Yeah.
Okay, that's one of the reasons or signs you see when you see someone that's over desperate, that's too desperate
for
something. I think another point I think also is being corny. People that are very corny. I think that's a sign of being desperate. Of being desperate. Okay. All right. The next question is what can desperation or over desperation cause to an individual? One.
Okay.
In society. You're going to answer them one at a time.
Okay.
What can being over desperate cause to an individual and then to the society? Yes.
Okay, good. First, for the individual, you get to miss the beauty of the process because there's something about the process. You get to, because the process you get to train yourself.
Exactly. Experience.
So today I see some rich men or one-time rich men, as it were, that were once wealthy. I believe in this principle that if you did follow the process from the onset, even if you get poor, you can go back again. You can go back again. You get, if you had followed, because you know the principles.
Yes, yeah.
You know what led you to that place. You know the programs you attended, the seminars. But that process, you were building capacity to get those things. So that even if dollar crashes, no matter what happens, you can always go back to the book. You know where you started from, and you have target for yourself. So you miss the process in the first place as an individual. So the place of building capacity is not there.
It's not there.
When you are so desperate.
The experience is not there.
It's not there. Because when you are desperate, you become so blindfolded. You don't see possibilities.
Okay.
You don't see the possible thing. For instance, I say, follow this way now. Take this way now. And you want to follow this way because it's shorter. But you don't know that when you follow this way, there are so many things that will build you. There are little things I've kept for you as you go on before you get to that place. That's the issue. So you miss the process in the first place as an individual.
Okay. You miss the process as an individual.
Those
training,
those trainings, those
capacity, okay. You are going to miss them.
You miss them.
Okay.
That's why I see some persons on national TV being, as it were, being, what's the right word for it now? Making mistakes, making huge mistakes that they would have corrected while they were yet on TV.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
They were yet on TV. So I do leadership, and you know me very well.
Course. Yeah.
So those things that you missed while you were still not recognized, while you were still not known, they take it to the national TV to
the mess up.
The mess up. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Relating this now to the individual in society, like we have the people that are very closer to us that we know. We have the youth, the students. We have the market women. We have the drivers in the society. So what I want to this is December period. We've had a lot of crashes, accidents here and there. And if you notice something, a lot of gridlock happens around this area, around these houses. So I think what are the causes of all of those? These are desperation, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure.
What are the causes? Yes. What are the causes? I just wanted to enlighten those people that are closer to us, so that
you know, the Yoruba will say "farabale."
Okay, you are going to interpret that.
Farabale means calm down.
Okay, all right.
That's what it means. Farabale means calm down.
Okay.
The rush is too much.
Okay.
The question is, why are you rushing through? To the drivers especially, why are you rushing through? I see situation whereby you see people driving and they are so on top speed and the highest gear, and you are rushing home and something happens, you had an accident. That home that you are rushing through, there's no way you go home again.
Yes.
Because you have to fix the car of the person that you spoiled.
Yes.
You get? So when you take your time, there are some mistakes that you avoid. There are some things, there are some unforeseen circumstances that you'll be sensitive enough to say, oh, okay, calm down first before we move forward. So for students, for market women, my advice for them would be calm down, farabale. You get? There's no need to cut the process. There's no need to jump anything. Okay. Take your time, follow the process, enjoy it.
All right. Enjoy it.
Yes. Enjoy the process.
No matter how difficult it is. Enjoy the process. Okay, before I call it a wrap, because we are out of time, just a point. What are the ways to stop being too desperate? Just round it up with that. What are the ways to stop for people that are too desperate to achieve anything? The youth of these days achieving anything at all costs. What are the ways? Just admonish them to how they can go about it.
Thank you. The first thing is to have the right perspective.
You're running up now. Okay.
The first thing is to have right perspective about life. Perspective matters.
Okay.
I said earlier that people define success the wrong way. So you have to sit down and have the right perspective of what success is, of what life is. That is the first step to stop being desperate. Because if I'm driving a G-Wagon and you have a golf car, a regular golf car, and I know my vision in life, I know my plans in life, I will not compete with you.
Okay.
Because I already have the right perspective about life and about success.
Wow.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you, my friend, my brother, Barrister Isaac Nwokolo Esquire. Thank you so much for coming on set with me this morning. I just informed you in the shortest time and you came out. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, viewers.